one to the other, depending on maybe what office you're in, or if you are a roaming tech worker, remote worker, you're not gonna have that learning curve. The phones themselves, and again, you can certainly come up and take a look at them. I'm not gonna go too deep into them. They have these large screen displays on most of them. But they also have what are called soft key integration. So when you're looking at a voicemail message or trying to listen to your voicemail, it'll prompt you with soft keys. Press 1 to play it, press 3 to delete it. It'll talk to you through the phone also to help you. So really, it makes it very simple for you to understand the system. The other thing that's really nice is if you have a new employee that starts up, you can set the system in like a training mode. So when they log into the phone, it's going to walk them through changing the password, setting up a greeting. If they need to check their voicemail, again, it'll walk them through how to do the voicemail. And I mentioned before about creating a conference call. Sometimes that is a challenge to do a conference call. But to do a conference call on the phone, just conference transfer button, and then call the next party, conference transfer button, to pull them back together. It's really simple, really easy to do. And we can do 8-party conferencing with just the basic phone system. Okay. I didn't say it, but if you guys do have questions, please raise your hand, let me know. You don't have to wait to the end. I'll certainly address those questions.
What's the most amount of people you can do on a conference call if you upgrade your material?
So if you have the base system, 8-party conferencing up to 64 people. Right? If you do, but you can do a conference bridge. We have a conference bridge that we can add to the system where you can do. I'm sorry, not 64. It was 32, I think it was. Yeah. You can do 24 people in a meet-me conference bridge, or 48 people in a meet-me conference bridge, depending on the platform, the hardware platform. So again, this bridge is conference transfer, conference transfer, conference transfer. Someone's in the office building that conference bridge. But if we want to have a meet-me conference bridge where, hey, call into this number, type in the PIN, and now we come together, 24 or 48. Right? Now, we could also add to that bridge desktop. So you can do a desktop share and a video share with that also. So that's all possible as an add-on to the system.
Can you say what happens to call quality the more people you add in this environment? Or how much bandwidth are you using?
The way we do our calls and our conference bridge, it's all done through your phone lines. So if you have SIP trunks or you have a PRI, we're doing it through there. But one of the things that we have found that we do a pretty good job of managing that. So as we add more and more callers, we're adjusting the call so that we can try and get the volume to be pretty even. The one thing that I will say is analog lines, we can't really control analog lines. So if you're going to do conference calls, you're going to do things like that, we recommend either a PRI for your phone lines or SIP trunk. And so far we found that's been pretty good because it's all digital, we're able to really manage that. Okay.
Actually, when you're setting your sales rep will set up the quote for you, they'll ask you how many conferences and how many parties do you think you'll have, because what they're doing is they're building resources and resource license in it. So, and they're fairly economical.
Toshiba does all their webinars at 9 in the morning because it's California time, and that ends up being noon, or sometimes it's 1 o'clock for us. And it's every week, and it interrupts our day because we're supposed to be out in the field working. So they record all these sessions, and so on our own weekends, nights, we can look at what we missed and have it recorded. Well, you can do the same thing because you're owning your own WebEx platform here, so you can record them, you can collaborate, right? Schedule.
Okay, so that was the desktop application, and